Hello students, this video of From Tasting to Digesting Part 2 is brought to you by Aryabhat National Public School. Nitu was sick. Her father took him to the hospital. Doctor told her that she will be given glucose drip. She was confused. What is glucose drip? She remembered whenever she returned home after playing, her mother gave her glucose drink, and after drinking she become energetic again. But what is this glucose drip? She asked her doctor. Her doctor told that you are sick, your stomach is upset, that's why it is unable to digest any kind of food. Whenever you are taking something, you start vomiting and you had a loose motion also. Therefore, you cannot take glucose or anything, any eatable from your mouth. That is, it will be given directly into your bloodstream. Have you seen this kind of situation anywhere in your family members, or have you visited any hospital? Have you seen this kind of situation? Definitely, many of you have not seen this kind of situation. But whenever somebody is sick or his or her stomach is upset and not accepting any kind of food, he or she is given a glucose drip. Are you familiar about glucose? Yes, every one of you is familiar about glucose. In summers or whenever you are coming home after playing, when you feel very tired, maybe your mother will give a glucose drink. She can dissolve some sugar and some very small quantity of salt in a glass and give it to you. When you will drink that solution, you will feel again energetic. Have you tasted glucose? Can you tell what is the taste of the glucose? Look here at this picture and describe what is happening. How is the glucose drip given? Only by looking at this picture you can describe that how it is given. Based on this situation, there are some questions that you have to discuss and answer. Again, in the next page here, all these questions you have to answer in your notebook, EVS notebook. I am sure that you have completed the last two chapters. In the same way, please complete all these questions, write all these questions and the answers in your notebook. Here is a poetry, Martin's Window. What is this Martin's Window? In the next page of You will find a story here. Based on that story, this poem is written, and this is the story of a stomach with a with a window. What is this stomach with a window? Have you seen any stomach with a window? No, you have not. Nobody have seen like this. It is a story of a soldier named Martin. In 1822, you'll find here, in 1822, Martin was a soldier. He was very healthy, but he was shot in his stomach and he went to a doctor. The doctor name was Dr. Beaumont. This doctor cleaned the wound and put the dressing, and after some time, Martin was healed. But a strange thing happened. The wound was healed, but there was an opening in his stomach, just like this. See here. There was an opening, and the opening was covered with the skin of his stomach. Dr. Beaumont got a chance and he did experiment on Martin's open stomach. Do you know how long he did the experiment? He did it for 9 years. By the time Martin grew up, he got married, and Dr. Beaumont did numerous lot of experiments. And from Martin's stomach window, today we know that how food is digested in the stomach. When we eat, when we chew our food, and when we swallow it, where does it goes first? What part of that food is digested in stomach? And there are, apart from stomach, there are other things also in our uh, stomach. There are intestines, large and small. There are other organs that also help in digestion of food. All these experiments was done by Dr. Beaumont in 1822, and he got this up table. These were the results of his experiments. He did lot of experiments. He took out some digestive juices from his stomach and kept it with some food items at the same temperature. The temperature is inside our stomach, and he got these results. And what were the results? If we eat or take unboiled milk, the first one, the unboiled milk, in our stomach, it will take 2 hours 15 minutes to digest. But outside the stomach, it can take, with those digestive juices, 4 hours and 45 minutes to digest. Boiled egg is digested in our stomach in 2 hours. But outside the stomach, it takes 4 hours 15 minutes. Sorry, boiled milk. full boiled egg, half boiled egg, raw egg, beaten, raw egg whole. He did lot of experiments. Here are some a part of that experiment is present here. This is how our food is digested, and this much time takes to digest in our stomach. Roughly when we take meal, it takes 4 4 hour or 4.5 hour to digest in our stomach. Dr. Beaumont find the secrets of our stomach. Nowadays there are scientific methods from which doctors have verified all these things. The next part of our chapter is good food and good health. What do you mean by good food? Here is story of two Rashmi. Here is a story of Rashmi and Kailash. This is Rashmi and this is Kailash. Can you find any difference between these two? Rashmi is very thin and looks smaller than her age. Kailash is fat and looks older than his age. Rashmi is 5 years old, Kailash is 7 years old. But when you will see, you will find that Rashmi looks like a 3-year-old girl and Kailash looks like 10-year-old boy. Do you know why? Because Rashmi gets very few food to eat. She doesn't have food to eat. And Kailash is Kailash that does not like home cooked food. Always he eat the food that we buy from shops that are very tasty but are very unhealthy. Chips, burgers, pizzas, cold drinks, ice creams. Kailash like all these foods. He does not like home cooked food like chapatis, vegetable, rice, pulses, and you can see the difference. When you are not getting good food, the condition is here. Even only the situation is you are not getting the food. If you are not eating also, there are a lot of students among you who like to play so much that even at the time of eating, they does not give time for their eating. Your mother gives you milk to drink, but no, 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 I don't like milk. Your mother is giving you to eat green vegetables, but you don't like green vegetables. You only like to eat chips, cookies that are very unhealthy. When you will not take proper food, good food, then you can become sick. When you are taking food and you are not active, every time you want to sit, watch TV, play games, watch movies, then the situation is like this. You will become fat, you will look more older than you can become sick. Therefore, you have to take proper food, good food. And what do you understand by proper food? Proper food means what is the requirement of your body. At this stage in in class 5, you may be 10 or 11 years old, 12 years old. You need proteins. That is, you need milk. You are in a growing stage. You have to eat very good food. You have to take pulses, include pulses in your meal. You have to eat lot of green vegetables. You have to eat fruits. You have to drink milk. It is very necessary. And you have to avoid, don't eat processed foods like chips, the foods that you buy from shop. Nowadays, I see lot of students bring packed food in lunchtime instead of eating their meals that they brought it from home. They eat that processed food like chips, toffees, chocolates. That is not good for your health. You have to eat green vegetables. You have to take milk. You have to take pulses, include pulses in your meal. That is the proper food for you. And apart from taking good food, you have to be active, very much active. You have to take parts in games and sports. Otherwise, the condition will become like Kailash. You can become thick. If you are not taking proper food, then you can become like Rashmi also. There is one more important thing that we have to discuss. We are a very big country and we have lot of childrens, but there are lot of childrens in our country that does not get even 2 times a day to eat. Why? Because they belongs to a very poor family. But sometimes we, or the students that we are present here, instead of taking our food, we just waste. Whenever we are going to take meal in some special occasions, we take more than required food, and after eating we throw it. Lot of foods we throw. That is not good. We don't have to waste food. Food is very precious. There are a lot of childrens who does not get good food, or even they does not get to eat sometimes. They sleep without taking their meals. Therefore, we should not waste our food. Proper food is every child's right. Here it is discussed that one is Kailash, who does not like homemade food. Other is Rashmi, who does not even get proper meal a day. One meal. How many times you eat in a day? How many meals you get in a day? I am very much sure that every one of you get at least 3 meals a day. One in the morning when you are going to the school. In school you take your lunch. Whenever you come back from your school, you take some snacks. In the night you take your dinner. At least 3 or 4 meals you take. But there are childrens like Rashmi who even does not get one proper meal in a day. Therefore, it is very necessary that we should not waste a single piece of food. And listen very carefully that if you are not taking proper food, that is the green vegetables, milk, you have to include these things in your meal, then you your development will be not proper. You cannot develop properly. Here is a story. Again, in the next page, there is a story. This is a story of Gomti. Gomti is 30 years old. She works in a field. She earns very little. She even does not have money to buy enough rice to feed her family. Her children are every time they are hungry and always they are sick. After some time, her husband died due to hunger. This story is from Odisha. In Odisha, there is a district Kalahandi. In Kalahandi, most of the rice is grown in Kalahandi district. But there are people in Kalahandi who dies of due to hunger. Why people die due to hunger in such a place where lot of rice is grown? This is only due to mismanagement. This is due to the workers are not paid properly. That is a different thing, but you should know about this also. This is all we have in this chapter. Thank you for watching. Please complete your notes and share it in the WhatsApp group. Thank you very much.